What's up, guys? We are live from the Brojo for another episode of the Takedown Breakdown. I am your host, Kean Not Keith, and I am here today with...
a regular guy, Zach.
Yeah, back from surgery. He's alive.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
We all made a bet you were going to die, so we...
Bullshit. No way.
We did not, no.
Well, maybe Eli. But...
Maybe Eli. Definitely, possibly Eli. It's episode 26, I think.
Really?
26, 27.
We're churning these out.
We'll find out. We'll find out when I save this. But we have just a few news stories. One of them is apparently there's a rumor that The Rock is in talk for a match for WrestleMania next year. I don't know what to think about this.
You want to predict who it could possibly be against?
Roman Reigns.
I was going to say Elias, but that works too.
You know what? I think The Rock versus Elias could definitely be a good match, though.
Sing off before the...
Right, no, I definitely think that, The Rock would be like, let me see that guitar, and then play the guitar, sing his old, rock tune, making fun of Elias, and then hit him with the guitar. I could definitely see that. Why do you think Elias, though? What makes you...
I heard that they were interacting with each other on Twitter. So
oh, wow.
That's why I'm just like, oh, Elias.
That or I'd like to see The Rock face Xavier Woods. I don't know why. I think that'd just be a fun match. It'd be a terrible, Xavier Woods would lose.
I don't really know how the build-up would happen, but...
Twitter's
sure.
bad.
Oh, God. He gets The Rock on up, down, and he just beats him, and Xavier goes nuts, and that's how it starts.
He beats The Rock at Street Fighter 5, and he's like, I made Ryu and you made me bring Guile.
I did it for The Rock.
Nobody understands that. No, most wrestling fans won't understand the reference I just made, but it is a funny Street Fighter reference.
As far as this news story goes, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I'll believe it when I see it.
I would definitely agree. You know what? Actually, you know what I'd like to see, and he probably won't come back.
Rock versus Cena 3.
I would like to see Batista come back for a appearance.
Against The Rock?
No, just in general.
Well, he said he wants to do one last storyline against Triple H, so...
I definitely would love to see that. That'd be a dope storyline. Get Randy Orton and Ric Flair in it. Not in the match, but get them,
in the story?
In the story, too, hyping it up. Mm. It starts with Randy and Batista maybe working together. And then Batista calling Triple H out, Batista helps Randy get a title, and then, heel cross, and then he's like, I'm after you, Triple H, and Triple H is like, maybe.
Batista said if he does come back, he wants to be full-time. He doesn't want to be part-time. He wants to do the house shows and regular shows, so...
I mean, after Guardians 3, he might be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, I really would like... He seems like such a laid-back, mellow dude, too. He even defended James Gunn after he got fired from Guardians 3, the director. Oh. He's one of the coolest, kindest guys ever. His past is in his past. I know the person, I've worked with him, and so, I really would like to see... I would like to see Batista back. There's something about him. I was just rewatching some old school stuff, and I was watching his documentary, actually, on the WWE Network, and it's always been such an interesting one.
I'd like Batista to come back too, just because his 2014 run was soured upon.
Because he won the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was definitely one of my biggest things, is he came back to win the Royal Rumble, and that was pretty much it.
I personally didn't think he'd win the Rumble. Honestly, I didn't have any predictions for that Rumble.
Really? You didn't think he was going to win the Royal...
Usually when someone just comes back a week in advance, they don't win it. They just go in... have some time, and then they're thrown out.
I feel immediately when I saw him in there, though, I'm yeah, he's definitely going to win the Royal Rumble. And I was like, oh, man, I'm right. Cool. And did you ever watch that video of that fucking guy freaking out about Batista coming in the Royal Rumble and winning?
No.
He breaks his fucking lamp.
Because he won?
Yeah, he's like, Batista won! That's so much bullshit! And just fucking throws things around.
He wanted Daniel Bryan to win, didn't he?
I don't know. He was just really pissed off. And then, a late-night TV show was making fun of him. And then he made another video where he's like, fuck you for making fun of me! This is serious shit! And then the guy who's a comedian is like, well, I'm going to send you my stand-up, you piece of shit, and you can have it. I'm just God. I don't ever want to be that kind of internet famous. But, those people just make me happy.
The people that freak out.
The people that freak out about shit. There was the kid who freaked out about Sonic one day. Oh, dude, like, we'll watch it like a compassion to freak out sometime, but it's really funny. Like,
well, if you can upload the Super Smash Bros. Rage video of you.
I have it up, and I didn't rage. I just fucking dropped the controller and I walked away.
That's rage quitting.
That's not rage quitting. That is definitely quitting. Me just being like...
You were internally raging.
I was like,
that is
fine.
still a rage quit.
That's not a rage quit. That was
yes,
just
it
like...
is.
I was like, you know what? Fine.
You totally rage quit.
I didn't rage quit.
Yes, you did.
No.
Everyone else that was there would say otherwise.
Fine. When Super Switch Bros. Part 2 comes in, when we play Ultimate, I'll definitely show you how not to rage quit.
I don't rage quit.
I definitely will show everyone how not to rage quit, because I don't rage quit, Zach.
You did, though.
Fine, whatever. So, then we go into people, Ring of Honor, not Ring of Impact Wrestling wants to sign CM Punk.
So does Ring of Honor in New Japan.
I want to see that.
I've heard reports that Chris Jericho could be considering going to Impact Wrestling too.
That could be that actually, you know what? I don't want to see Jericho back on WWE. Not that I don't like Jericho on WWE.
It's because you've become too used to this New Japan Jericho.
He's fucking badass. Okay?
He's badass in WWE too, just in a different way.
He's goofy in WWE.
He got a piece of paper over. Only Chris Jericho could probably ever get a piece of paper over.
Right, I get the list. I 100% understand the list, and I get why that is a good gimmick, and I find that fine. But the reason why I like NJPW Chris Jericho is that he's taken seriously, and you see him as a wrestler. So, no, I do not, like, as much as, like, it's really cool to see Jericho back in the WWE, I really do think it's awesome. Like, he obviously loves the fans and loves the company.
He could come back and be that way still. He just have to tone it down. Like,
you know
he can't
what I mean,
be swearing and he can't be flipping off cameras.
You know what I mean, though? But that's
I know what you mean.
I like the Raw Jericho.
To be honest, to me, Randy Orton is kind of becoming that way right now, but we'll cover that when we get to SmackDown.
Yeah, so then we have... But back to the CM Punk thing, I definitely would like to see him back in the wrestling ring.
Honestly, if CM Punk comes back, I see him going to Ring of Honor of all places.
I definitely
just
think
because he has
CM 2 going there, and actually I want him to go to NJP, like do Ring of Honor and then do the NJPW.
I mean, he could work with both.
Like that would be pretty awesome.
Because Punk has a rich history in Ring of Honor. That's really where he made his name before he got signed with WWE.
I would love to see an Okada versus Punk match. I don't know why, I just do. That'd be awesome, or a Naito versus Punk match. All these matches that seem so interesting. I just want to see them. Maybe put Kenny Omega.
CM Punk versus Cheeseburger.
I don't know. But and our first actual legitimate hot take that we have is the all women's pay-per-view that the WWE is planning. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people against this.
Why?
Why, Zach? Why do you think people don't want an all-women's pay-per-view?
Well, I can take a few guesses, but I don't want to say it because
exactly.
I'm probably gonna hit one on the head
definitely
at
right.
least.
Yeah. I'm actually for this.
I am too.
Because that means that there's a possibility of richer storylines that lead up to this all-women's pay-per-view.
I mean, at the same time, someone else pointed out online that Impact Wrestling, ironically, has done this years beforehand when they had an all-women's pay-per-view. Plus, in Japan, they have all-women's rosters for some promotions. So.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Yeah, and see, that's why I think...
In fact, Kairi Sane came from one of those promotions. So.
Right. See, the reason why I want an all-women's roster, you'll find this interesting,
you
is
mean
actually...
Pay-per-view?
What?
You mean pay-per-view?
Yeah, all-women's pay-per-view. If they did an all-women's roster, I think that like they could do a 205 Live show of Triple H. Maybe not Triple H, but like someone with that same mindset as Triple H was under it, give it a combination of both character, but show their wrestling skills at the same time.
It'd probably be Triple H in all honesty.
Yeah, no, I think... Give Triple H all the shows that like definitely should not work or are just an hour long and just give it to him. I definitely do want to see this, and Weirdly enough, it's because like I remember watching Tiger Mask W, where they do bring up the all Japanese women's roster, and like as much as I hate the character of Tiger Lily, who is basically female Tiger Mask still, but
is that his sister? Or whatever?
No, it's his girlfriend. It's his love interest that takes on that mantle secretly. Okay. But it's very interesting because if you do notice, there are some Japanese wrestlers that started out as like Japanese idols, like the girl group singers, and they go into wrestling. It's very it's a very just interesting thing.
Right.
I would like to definitely. I don't want to be like, oh, this is gonna be fucking dumb, but the way they've handled women wrestlers lately has been kind of lackluster. So if they are able to. If they're able to make a good story linked to why this women's pay-per-view is worth it, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for any kind of pay-per-view.
I think that this all-women's pay-per-view could probably lead to a revelation of women's tag team titles, which has been talked about for a while now.
I would definitely love a women's tag team title.
It'd be great to see that the other women who aren't involved in the regular women's championship storylines,
the non-Becky Lynches, and
yeah, I would love to see how they could pull off a women's tag team division.
Definitely would enjoy seeing this. Like I'm actually for it. So actually, that leads us into what SmackDown. Stephanie McMahon does announce.
You mean Raw?
Raw. Fuck. The all women's pay-per-view, and it was actually a good announcement. Like as weird as it sounds.
No characters here. This was like actual real life.
Yeah.
Right here.
Like, hey, we're gonna be doing this. Like it's. I'm pretty sure Triple H is the one working the strings here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I definitely.
Well, I think it might actually be Vince too and Stephanie because the women have made leaps and bounds since.
2012. I'm saying.
Well, I'm going to say 2015 because that's when it really took off with the "Give Divas a Chance" hashtag.
Right.
But even before then, it was still trying.
Right.
But 2015 to me is when it really took off.
Because they got rid of 2016. They got rid of the Diva.
Yeah, they got rid of the Divas title and
because it became a legit women's title.
Yeah.
So I love that idea though that they were no longer just like these.
They weren't branded as divas. They're actually superstars.
Yeah, they weren't. They aren't these just. They're not just like these. Hey, look at these. They're doing bra and panty matches now. They're actually like.
They're actually in legitimate storylines. Yeah. They're in legitimate matches.
This bitch did this. like I really do.
I mean, that's still kind of sprinkled around.
But they do have character though. Like, that's the thing. They're not just like I'm a bitch. What up? Like I'm not. Okay. That sounded super sexist from what I just said, and I 100% understand that.
They're not just fighting over nothing anymore.
That is literally what the WWE Women's Division was from 1990 to 2010s. Is, I'm a bitch, what up? I'm Vicky Guerrero, I'm going to yell at a mic. They actually have character and depth now.
Hey man, Vicky Guerrero was a great heel.
Very much so, but she was also fucking annoying.
Then it worked.
It did, and that's what I mean. Like, I really do. Like, I don't hate her in person.
Well, yeah, I know that.
But like, there's a leaps and bounds because I remember in WWE SmackDown versus Raw, we had a bra and panties match style of game play in the fucking game.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The divas are not just like just sex objects anymore. They're actually legit.
Yeah, they're superstars. They're actually considered wrestlers.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to rework it because.
Yes, I know.
I know. For me,
I think all of us know what you were meaning.
I was like, I don't want to come off sexist, but literally that's all it was. Is like I'm a bitch about something, and that's what our feud is about. Then we go into the Raw Tag Team Championship. Champions, the B Team versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
It was an okay match. I didn't really think it was that good of a match. It was.
They're setting up. Are they setting up for SummerSlam where we have a heel deleters of Worlds now versus B Team? Is that where this is gonna head?
That's weird though. I don't want the B Team to not be the heels.
They're not the heels. The deleters are the heels now because they attack the B Team after.
I know that's what I mean. That's weird though.
You want the B Team to be heels?
I'm so used to the B Team being heels.
I never really saw them as heels right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I always did.
I thought they were just goofy faces.
Oh, really? I kind of thought them as the heels.
I thought, well, they could be tweeners at that point, but now they're definitely the faces.
Yeah.
But the revival watching backstage, it's got to lead to something.
Like a triple threat match at SummerSlam. If they do a triple threat match, that'd be pretty cool. I haven't not seen a tag team triple threat match in a while. You really haven't.
The last one I can think of is WrestleMania, where the Bludgeon Brothers versus New Day versus
the Usos. But that ended super quick.
Well, yeah, that was just a squash.
That was definitely
a squash, basically an extended squash.
Yeah, like that. Dude, that was like a 5-minute match and it was over. I'm like, all right. Kind of like wasted my time with this, but okay.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the local competitors.
So I guess they're not gonna feud against each other anymore? They're friends again?
I don't know what to think about this.
I thought Sasha was gonna attack Bayley after the bell, but instead they just celebrated and I guess they're friends again? Maybe they could be the first women's tag team champions.
I don't want that.
Or maybe they're putting it together again so they can actually have a WrestleMania match next year?
That'd be really good.
Yeah, but again, would it be a case of too little, too late?
I feel like it would. If they lose steam, yes, most definitely.
Okay. I'm curious to see where this storyline's gonna go, just because it seemed like they were gonna feud to SummerSlam, and now they're just best friends again. Like I just don't know where this is gonna go.
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to say. Like, I really want it to do really good. You know what I mean? Like, it could be.
I just wonder where they can go from here now. Like, maybe they are gonna make a women's tag division. Maybe they will be the first women's tag team champions.
That'd be super cool.
It'd be like the Raw brand versus the SmackDown brand, and you have it's like a tournament. You go through, and then the women from the Raw brand versus SmackDown brand, and then
yeah, and then a pay-per-view leads to like a possibility of like Raw or SmackDown taking that title.
Yeah,
I like that idea. That's a really good idea. Jinder Mahal tries to help Braun Strowman deal with his anger.
I got a big kick out of this segment. That was the first time I was actually happy to see Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. I thought it was
great.
Yeah.
Although this kind of has no. They're gonna continue with the Kevin Owens storyline.
Yeah. Then fucking Baron Corbin came out
with the doghouse.
Yeah.
Again, that was funny.
Yeah,
it may seem childish, but I actually got a laugh out of that segment, especially when Finn was just like, "All right," and then he just busted a joke, and then Corbin just got immediately pissed off.
Right. No, I thought it was just really fun. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It was a funny segment.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, so then we go to Natalya versus Mickie James, and this was a meh.
It was
match.
Right. It was alright. Isn't Ronda Rousey's suspension up?
Yeah, it should be.
Was she there?
No, I don't believe she was.
Oh.
Titus Worldwide steps up to the Authors of Pain.
Okay, but the thing is that they've lost twice to them now?
Yes.
In squash matches?
Yes.
Why are they still trying to step up to them if they've lost in quick fashion?
I don't know. But it could turn out good. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what to tell you.
SummerSlam match, pre-show.
Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze. I don't want the Authors of Pain. Like, the Authors of Pain have done nothing for me, though, on the main show. They didn't do much for me on NXT, either.
I don't know. Their feud with DIY was pretty good.
I don't know. I just don't really like the bro dude, like the monsters who don't speak kind of
They're
people.
Speaking, though.
I know. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Their shtick. I don't know. Maybe it could get better. Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze. This has been going on.
Was this also a quick one?
Yeah. This has been going on continuously, so.
Well, last week they had a little competitiveness, didn't they? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. I don't know. Rawley defeated Breeze, but.
Right.
Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Balor and Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre. So this was an interesting match. I really enjoyed it.
I was excited to see the singles match between Balor and McIntyre because they're both good workers, and it was good until the DQ finish, and then Rollins came out. I thought this was actually going to lead to Balor versus Ziggler at SummerSlam for the title instead of just Rollins and Ziggler. The tag team match was good, by the way.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Do you think they will make it into a fatal 4-way?
I hope so.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Because then we go to Ember Moon versus Liv Morgan.
Yeah, it was another quick one.
Yeah, this was an okay match. Like, I've always said this. They don't know what to do once they go up from NXT sometime.
I feel like there were plans in base with the whole Riot Squad, but then Ruby got hurt.
Yeah.
So
Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, and it was a fun match, but it's still...
I kind of like their Extreme Rules one better. I went back and watched it. And then Roman won! Everyone!
Fucking A.
He won! I know you all were so happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I was excited.
I don't know why, because the last few times Brock and Roman have met, it's just not been as great. The WrestleMania 31 match was great, but then
Isn't that the one that brought up Suplex City, bitch, or is that...
Yeah, that's where the catchphrase started, and that's where Rollins cashed in at the end. But then 34, it was just suplexes and F5s and Superman punches, and then the Greatest Royal Rumble one also wasn't that good either. So I'm wondering, why do they keep wanting to make this match? I think everyone would have rather have seen Lashley versus Lesnar because it's fresh, right?
Yeah, quote-unquote fresh.
I mean, they've never met each other in the ring because Lesnar was gone by the time Lashley was...
Yeah.
And he came into WWE around 2005.
I don't know. Like, that's kind of dumb, though. I just think this match is... I don't know. It just feels like maybe they're...
I know what they want to do. They want to put the title on Reigns, which is fine. You know, I still like Roman. I think he's a good wrestler.
I really do. If this is the last time I have to see fucking Brock Lesnar, go right ahead.
I wouldn't mind if Brock Lesnar stuck around.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Zach. I'm kidding.
He's entertaining.
No, he's not.
Sometimes.
He's so fucking boring. Brock Lesnar is boring.
He had his flashes last year with Samoa Joe.
Right.
And the whole Braun Strowman thing leading up to No Mercy was pretty cool.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just a curmudgeon. I just don't like Brock Lesnar. I'll be real. Randy Orton opens the promo for SmackDown, though.
Okay, see, going back to what I said in the beginning, what Randy Orton is doing right now is kind of reminding me of what Chris Jericho was doing on New Japan. Just, he's toned it down. Like, he's not going to go out there and swear and flip people off, obviously.
No, he's definitely the more aggro.
But to me, what I saw is kind of like Chris Jericho. He's the veteran who is undoubtedly a legend, who many consider one of the greatest of all time
in the
wrestling business, who looks to beat some respect into the younger generation in Chris Jericho. Orton, right here, is a man who feels like he has been disrespected for years because, you know, like he's listed off the reasons why, you know, he's not face painted, he's not changing his merchandise, he's not like special attraction like Brock Lesnar is, he's not doing death-defying moves off there, and this was probably one of his best promos.
I don't think it was fake, though, and I think that's why. I think that he literally feels... It's kind of when we're talking about, like, the break of reality and kayfabe. This is definitely one of those times in my mind.
Well, yeah, 100%. I could see truth in what he was saying. Like,
exactly.
He actually believed it, and that's what made it even better to me. Is because he's kind of right.
Yeah.
When you think about it, he's been there for, like, what? Let's see here.
15 years.
He debuted in 2002.
Oh, shit, he's been there.
He's been there for 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah, and people usually gloss over him because, you know, he's not really usually in a big main event storyline. He's usually in the upper mid-card.
He's definitely mid-card
lately
with a lot of his feuds. You know, he did get the American title once, just to say that he has all the titles.
Right.
But it really was a good
He has piqued my interest right now because his vicious attacks on Jeff Hardy and now this promo, I'm excited to see where this Orton goes.
Yeah, I really hope he does, do you think he'll be going after Hardy again? No, it wouldn't because Hardy's going to be leaving for injury, isn't he?
They may have a match at SummerSlam. They may make it a triple threat again with Nakamura because Nakamura was still addressing Jeff Hardy backstage later in the night. So it may be a triple threat, and then that's probably how they take Hardy off of TV to go get surgery.
Yeah, and then maybe a Nakamura Orton feud. That'd be weird.
It would be because they're both heels at this point, but it would kind of make sense because Orton was kind of saying I'm not an indie darling. I paid my dues in front of millions rather than however many people go to the indie shows.
You got a point there. See, I totally could see that happening, though.
Yeah. But then
Naito was to mirror Naito and Chris Jericho. Naito has always been a heel, though. So
Well, yeah, but he has gotten a large fan base with the LIJ thing. So he's kind of like a face, but he still does heel tactic. He's kind of like Stone Cold.
Right.
In a sense, where he's a face, but he still does heel tactics. I'm not saying
dickish things, but people are still over it. They're over for him. They're like, yeah.
I'm not saying Naito's a face because I don't think he is. Well, maybe in his feud with Chris Jericho he is, but
in a sense, but he's still very much even with his feud with Jericho, he's still very much not a typical face.
I'd say right there he is a face, just because Chris Jericho's.
100%
healing it up.
But to combine with Chris Jericho's thing, Chris Jericho against Naito, Chris Jericho is the evil foreigner that's just fucking shit up.
Yeah.
That definitely, the reason why Jericho is such a heel in that is because, he's a foreign wrestler in Japan, because Japan just still is culture shocked with, other things that aren't Japanese.
Right.
So, that to me is why Chris Jericho went, so...
you can see it, too, because you don't usually see no DQ matches, and you don't usually see blood, the way they've been using it.
Right.
If they do use blood, I would think it's usually accidental.
Yeah. Then we go to Rusev versus Andrade. I liked it.
Round of applause. Great match.
Good match, man.
Yeah. Are they teasing a Rusev Day split with all three of them? Or is it just going to be Aiden?
I don't know.
Do you think that's a good idea? Because Aiden English is one of the big reasons why Rusev Day got so over.
I don't know what he'd do.
Rusev or Aiden?
Aiden.
He'd probably just go shovel back to the lower mid card.
That's what I mean. Because of the Rusev Day stuff,
he's become prominent.
Yeah. So for me, I don't know what they would do with him, whatsoever. I hope not. Who knows? But R-Truth versus Samoa Joe, and holy shit,
squash match.
R-Truth is here. Okay, yeah.
I was thinking about this, and I was like, wow, these two probably faced each other in TNA
years ago.
Yeah, and they probably got a longer match out of it too.
Yeah, this match was definitely
it was a squash.
Not the highlight of either of their careers.
I like how the announcers tried to put it over Truth was gonna get the upset win, but I think all of us knew watching at the actual show and at home we were just Joe's just gonna win.
Yeah, most definitely. Anyone who's R-Truth is gonna win, I'm you're fucking dumb.
Would have been funny if he did.
I'd be very surprised. I would not be mad about that though.
Neither would I.
I'd be extremely happy. I'd be yeah. Then we go into Asuka versus Billie Kay.
This was kind of another extended squash match.
Yeah, it was. I'm so sad.
Well, we know Asuka isn't going for the title anymore, which I thought she would because, again, it ended in chicanery at, what was the last paper? Extreme Rules. But now, what's she doing?
I don't know.
At least she won.
Yeah. But what? I guess if they do this tag team thing, team her up with someone. I don't know who, though.
It could be Charlotte when she eventually comes back.
That'd be... I don't know. You're right. But
maybe it's Asuka has respect for Charlotte because Charlotte beat her.
Yeah,
the first
so
one
they
to beat
just
her.
like team up. They're like, let's team up, bro.
It's happened before where someone loses and they gain respect for each other and they start teaming
I
up.
know, I get that, but like, I still think Charlotte is still such a prominent singles wrestler still.
Honestly, if Becky Lynch does win the title from Carmella from SummerSlam, and then once that wraps up, and it's not Charlotte, I could see Asuka.
I would definitely like to see Asuka get another chance.
Well,
and this time not with like bullshit speculations.
Well, I was gonna say I'd see Asuka actually becoming heel.
Yeah.
Because she'd just be like, oh, you beat Carmella, but you didn't have to deal with James Ellsworth or whatever chicanery outside.
Yeah. Then we go into that the signing.
Oh wow! Segue
to James Ellsworth.
He was fired.
And then fired.
I know what I just said previously, but to me, I think he's going to come back at SummerSlam and somehow get it involved in the Carmella-Becky Lynch match.
Or he gets the title.
No, he wouldn't.
Or he could.
No, he's not.
They could bring him back.
To which title? The actual world title?
He gets the world title.
Bullshit. That's not happening.
How fucking awesomely funny would that be? And then loses it the next night.
No, it wouldn't even be awesomely funny if it happened. I'd probably stop watching. Not WWE, but I'd turn off the show for just a little bit and then I'd come back.
It'd be like, I've sulked enough.
But the great news is we get Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. That's SummerSlam. That's awesome.
Pretty dope, dude.
I can't wait.
Why fucking fire him? Why bring him back for like 3 matches?
Like I said, I don't know.
I don't think he's fired.
I don't think it's a storyline firing, but I think he's gonna some way come back at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I gotta be real with you on that though. Like they did legit fire him and then rehire him.
Oh, you mean last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that like just because Carmella got the title, they're like she needs the hype man back? Or?
Well, kind of because he's the reason why she's winning.
Yeah.
Like, he's the reason. No, wait, she beat Charlotte all by herself, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to say all by herself. Charlotte was still. You had the Iconics in that.
Well, yeah.
Like filling in that role of like, haha, fuck you, you're gonna be distracted.
Well, yeah.
And we go to Becky Lynch versus Carmella. And
ironically.
Becky Lynch wins.
Yeah.
It was a good match, though. I mean, I thought it was a fun match.
I'm happy to see that she's on a winning streak. Hopefully she can keep it up, because I would love to see her win the SmackDown Women's title.
I would, too. I think she deserves it. She works her ass off.
Yeah. And she never really got a fair shot in 2016, because Alexa Bliss rose to prominence. Like, she got super over at the end of 2016. And completely surpassed Becky Lynch in popularity, so they put it on her. Yeah,
then we go into tag team #1 contenders. The Bar. Oh, no, it was New Day versus Sanity. Fuck, why did I fucking say The Bar?
Because they cut a promo afterwards.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
Sanity lost again. Dang it. But hey, New Day. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
The Miz and Mrs. Premier Party. Fuck this thing.
I thought the end part was good.
Right.
Where he threw the fake baby at Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Like, that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
Although anybody who's ever seen a baby knows they're not that still.
Right. No, I just thought it was a good thing, but I don't know.
It's kind of a weird way to build it up for SummerSlam. With that being the way to...
I'm really excited for the match, though. Like, I want this match to happen. I'm definitely not like, oh, sad!
I'm not sad either. This is a great payoff for what they were building up towards in 2016.
Yeah, it just never happened because of Bryan's injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. Then we go to 205 Live, and we open up with Akira Tozawa versus Jack Algar. It was a good match!
Woohoo!
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Akira Tozawa was able to win with the senton.
Good.
It was a great match. It was fun.
Akira Tozawa's getting back on point.
So Lucha House Party.
Squash.
Yeah, it's so dumb now. I want a feud. I want them to break up or something.
I don't
like Lucha House Party.
Wow. Just a few weeks ago, you were all for Lucha House Party. You were happy for them.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess
maybe it's because they've been overexposed at this point, and because the Gallagher, Kendrick, and Gulak feud just seemed like it would not end.
Yeah, so like every time they're fucking on now, though, they're like on every episode now, just doing squash matches. It's just lame now. I want some kind of change here. Maybe have him fight Noam Dar. Do something.
Why? Dar's a face now.
I know.
Just take him off TV for a little bit.
Yeah. Mustafa Ali versus Hideo Itami versus TJP versus Drew Gulak. Holy shit! Round of
applause. Round of applause.
Of the fucking week for Kian.
And finally, Drew Gulak gets a shot at the Cruiserweight title.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, that makes me happy.
I was so happy.
Because Drew Gulak has been killing it lately.
Dude, he fucking deserves it, and
absolutely.
He was very lame, you know, when he was doing the
PowerPoint thing, yeah.
Yeah, the Trump shit, as I would call it.
When he was Enzo's lackey.
Yeah. I'm really glad he's got back into it.
Yeah.
Then we go into NXT.
What we didn't get to cover last week.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry? I was really the reason why, because I couldn't watch it that night.
Sean Malota versus Adam Cole.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
It was.
That was fun.
Adam Cole seems to be on a collision course with Ricochet at Brooklyn 4.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So then we go to Tenelle Price versus Lacey Evans.
Squash.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Man, there were just so many squash matches this week.
Oh my god, there's just so many. Like, I was just like, why? What's going on? Stop! And then NXT Championship match. Aleister Black versus Tommaso.
Tommaso.
No, it was a good match too.
It was.
I don't know. Like, I still think the Fatal 4-Way, Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way, still my match of the week.
This is probably second place.
Match. Yeah, very second place for Kia.
100%. And then Ciampa shocks the world by actually winning.
Yeah.
Do you think it's questionable booking, though, to have Aleister Black lose it so soon after his title win? I mean, he beat Lars Sullivan at least.
I'm pretty positive he's going to go to... Do you think he might go to the main roster?
I don't know, but I have read the spoilers leading up to Brooklyn 4, so I know where this championship feud is going to head.
Okay. Don't ruin it for me.
I won't, but, you know, Gargano came in and cost Black the match.
So. Yeah, that's definitely where I think it's going to go, yo. You're definitely right. Mm-hmm. So that's been...
We're not going to do the last hot take?
Oh, yeah, we had another hot take. Oh, shit, I totally forgot.
I thought you were going to save it for the end.
So we do have another hot take. And the hot take is, should the New Day break up? Yay or nay? I did put up a poll for this one, and it said 80% said, no, why would you think that, Kian? You're dumb. And 20% was like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. And where I stand is, yes and no.
I was going to say, I'm in the middle as well.
Because if they do, I think Xavier Woods could go over within the entire WWE universe, and people will fucking love him still. Mm-hmm. But my fear is Kofi and Big E kind of get left back, you know?
I don't really think they'd be the ones that would get left back, because Big E is the strong powerhouse, and we know how well that goes over in WWE. Kofi Kingston's still the high-flying guy, you know? So he's got the flash.
Should he technically be in 205 Live?
Kofi?
Yeah.
Not unless he weighs less than 205, or is 205 or less.
I can't remember how much he weighs.
Xavier Woods would definitely have the one, to me, who would have the uphill climb. He's a great promo guy, and he's a great wrestler, but before New Day got together, he wasn't doing much.
No, he was not. But I think because of New Day, and I think because of what he does, I think he's got a better shot now.
Well, yeah, but to me, I see Big E getting a new gimmick, Kofi getting a new gimmick, and I, for some reason, just would see them making Xavier Woods kind of cling on to a little bit of New Day, like he'd still have the trombone or something, unless he was the one that initiated the breakup, unless they split up peacefully.
Yeah, how would you want them to split up, though? Would you want them to split up badly, or would you want them to
No, I'd much rather them just be like, yeah, no, we We just split up.
We just had this long conversation about it.
I don't like. They could have some like bad misfortunes in the tag division. Just be like, you know what? Maybe we hit our stride. Maybe it's time we go our separate ways. Like I'd rather see that than seeing one of them turn on the other two.
Like the Rollins and the Shield.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to see that. I would like to see.
It'd be
them
different because usually tag teams break up nowadays with one guy attacking the other.
Yeah.
So it'd be a fresh change of pace, really, to me, to see a team just break up.
I would like to see them go
like,
off with a bang, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could understand that too. Maybe it could launch one of their careers like it did with the other Shield.
If they do kind of disband, it would be like a match that would make them disband. I think that would definitely be a good way
to a triple threat.
Do it. You know, where they all become the number one contender for a title.
Oh wow,
that would be fucking hilarious.
I don't know how you would make a 3-way pinfall though. Like, do each one of them have a hand over the other's chest, and the referee's just like...
They could definitely do that, though.
That's been done before, though.
But that hasn't been done for a
while. Not with a trio, but it's happened before.
I think a trio would be funny,
It'd be interesting, and it hasn't been done for a while, so it'd be interesting to see how they play it out.
I would definitely like to see that, though.
It'd be like if Kofi Kingston won Money in the Bank and they all just passed around each other.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what if they all, like, I don't know. Like, technically Kofi got it, but, like, they were all holding Kofi at the same time.
Yeah, so they all be like, well, we all kind of stake claim to this
Money in the Bank, yeah.
Wow, that would have been cooler than seeing Braun Strowman win it, to be honest with you.
That would have been fucking awesomely funny.
I'm pretty sure someone predicted that. Like, New Day was going to help Kofi win somehow, and then they were going to, like, Freebird rule the briefcase.
I definitely think that would have been, a very interesting thing to have. Like, I personally think that. I could be wrong. Like, yeah. just remember.
I think that you mean the number one contender thing?
Number one contender thing? Yeah, or the briefcase. One of those two.
That would
be the reason for them to break up. We would get a fucking stellar match, hopefully, from all of them, because they're all really good wrestlers.
Well, you also have to remember, they three have been together for so long that now they have to know each other's moves inside and out. So it'd be pretty great.
Ah, gosh, yeah. So.
But yeah, at the same time, I can see why people don't want New Day to break up, just because I think they fear, myself included, how they would be treated as single stars.
And I honestly understand where you're coming from.
You know, because it's just like one guy could just be like upper mid card and the other two would just go back to doing what they were doing before, which is basically being mid to lower card.
Which would suck.
Because all three of them are super talented.
Yeah. So, if you have...
There's really no definite answer for me because I could see them going...
yes or no. I say mine's an it.
Because I could see it going both ways.
Mine's yes, no. It's a yo. So, if you guys do want to talk in the community and just talk about it, leave a comment if you want to. You don't have to. You definitely can. This has been the Takedown Breakdown. Like most weeks, I always have to say, check out all of our other podcasts on Podbean, as well as other topical podcasts. They got book review podcasts. There's even some movie review podcasts I enjoy listening to on Podbean. Don't forget to subscribe, and share if you would like to. I'm not forcing you.
Neither am I.
Just if you enjoy our content and enjoy our wrestling talk in our smooth, sexy voices.
Mine's not that smooth.
And also, this is a new thing.
You feel so you sound so forced into saying this.
This is a new thing. But if you would like to, we have a Patreon. Support us if you want to. There might be a possibility where shirts might be coming along. I've sent a few ideas out to the guys.
Only one.
And that's an idea, but definitely check it out. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Later.